God has truly blessed me with the most amazing journey in this world. I've seen the curves and the contours of thousands and thousands of miles, every hill holding some sort of magic or mystery just to be found a little bit farther. He's guided me up roads high on a mountain pass during the harshest of winter storms at dawn. I've seen the sunrise in long and twisting, winding desert valleys, always to find something unforgettable, seemingly impossible beauties in places I never could have found. I've traveled roads I had no idea as to where they would lead, never knowing if it was safe or if it was dangerous, or even if it was dangerously safe. Some roads I've studied relentlessly, going over every bump just to be sure I don't miss anything when I get the chance to explore them. I've always felt when people say they've always dreamed of doing this or that, it's just an expression, not that they've actually dreamt of doing it. Having a dream about traveling a road might seem a little strange to a lot of people. I guess when I think about it, traveling a particular road seems like a silly thing to dream about, let alone having a simple wish and taking 44 years to accomplish it. I guess I knew it wasn't going to be like just another journey, because it had never been just like any other road to me. It's a place I've held sacred in my heart from the moment a secret story was spoken to my soul so long ago. The place this road ends holds memories of the stories I've heard my entire life. A story so personally special to me, I've held it in my heart, guarded by an uncontrollably unique kind of reverence. There's times I had planned on going to Mesa Verde before, and they'd always fallen through for one reason or another. It didn't ever really bother me because it'd always been just a dream anyways. Somebody else's story. Maybe I'm fortunately lucky, or unlucky fortunately. It's not only a place I hold sacred, but millions of others do as well. That's probably part of the reason I haven't made the effort until now to take the adventure. The anticipation that built in me as we twisted over the mountains and ever-changing landscapes, I let my mind drift off into the thoughts of the ancients and a simpler way of life full of fascinating, amazing, wonderful wonders. I thought of all their stories that were never told, just marks on this beautiful earth. I thought about modern man, and how frustrating, futuristically backwards I think we are from where we should be. I wondered if a so-called prehistoric man would find our world as intriguing and as exciting as I find theirs. Somehow in my heart, I don't think they would. As the miles ticked closer to our first stop, I tried to remember everything I learned about the fantastic sights I was about to enjoy with my family. I didn't want to miss anything. We had a few days before we were going to get to Mesa Verde, so we weren't in any rush, which is one of my favorite ways to travel because it allows me to make our own adventure and try to discover the amazing little things to do and see that normally would have been passed on by. And one thing sure is constant: there's always something beautiful somewhere and everywhere, and I wish I could see it all, and I'll never have enough time. It never ceases to amaze me that when I take a moment and go looking for something beautiful in this world, it is bound to be found. The breath that this earth breathes into me is one of those feelings that are so indescribable, and they strike words right out of your mind. I know so many other people know what I'm talking about. The first official stop of our journey was going to be to some cliff dwellings that I had researched about. After I had drilled my poor 7-year-old on everything he couldn't do while we were there, he was pretty frustrated with me. After all, he just spent 6 hours in the car, and now I just gave him a massive list of do's and don'ts, because the place we were about to go to is still unbelievably a secret. As we made our way across the canyon, we went over a little stream and started climbing the other side of the canyon wall. When we finally got to the structures, I could see how decayed and crumbled they were with time. It was one of the most amazing moments I've ever experienced. Everywhere I looked, there were seemingly beautiful, breathtaking, framed views of the most amazing sights. And I was walking in the same sands as these amazing people, and it was almost electrifying. Like time had even finally stopped on me. quiet peace rolled over me like an ocean wave, and I almost felt like I was at home after being on some long journey. I know it's because my heart aches so bad to turn back to a simpler way of life. It was like an amazing symphony of happiness was filling my soul, and I knew it wasn't going to be like any other adventure. There was something that happened to my heart in that moment. There was a spark. Maybe it was being among the ruins and the ancient rocks and the trees that took my mind to thoughts of having lived there in times that were lost to the wind. I imagined the quiet peaceness that surrounded everything around me and what it would bring to you every morning. What an incredible existence. The sun began to lower and I almost didn't want to leave, only knowing that my adventure had just begun, and I was already dumbfounded with what I had seen. I wondered what it was going to be like to get to Mesa Verde. It was already such a special place to me. I knew it was going to be incredible. I hope you enjoyed my first day, and I hope you continue the adventure with me. But until then, always love. Peace.